What's up, headbangers? I wanted to do this quick video of a review of a concert that I went to and also give you a quick channel update. Now, we haven't been posting as much stuff lately, not as many reviews, and that's mainly because we haven't had our schedules line up to film. So Chris is in the military and he's stationed over in South Korea. So he's on a completely different timeline than I am. He's 13 hours ahead of me. So for us to find time to sit down and make videos together is sometimes difficult. So we try to do 4 or 5 videos each time that we get together to record. So you will be seeing more of our regularly scheduled videos, hopefully Labor Day week. You'll see more of that. So I just wanted to give you an update. What's going on? I was on vacation. He's been busy, and we just haven't been able to get together to do regular videos. But I think we're going to get a guest on soon. We're going to get some more reviews coming next week. So keep those requests coming. If you have any requests of songs you'd like to see us react to, let me know in the comments. But last night I went to the Rammstein concert in US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it was pretty awesome, I will say. They have 1,350 tons. Let me repeat that. 1,350 tons of equipment. It took 747 airplanes to fly all the equipment over from Europe, and it takes 90 semi trucks to drive all the equipment from city to city. It takes crew members 4 days to set up all the stage equipment. So I will say that I've never seen Rammstein live before, and it's like something I've never seen. It was a crazy spectacle, light show, fireworks, props, you name it, they had it. It was crazy. They sounded great. It was really, really awesome. One of the probably, I won't say it's my favorite concert ever, but it's one of my top favorites. It's just because I do like Rammstein a lot, but they're not one of my favorite bands. And so times that I've seen, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, bands like that, I probably enjoyed the concert maybe a little bit more. But as far as the spectacle, it's like nothing I've ever seen. I've never seen any band put on, the pyrotechnic show, the light show, the prop show that Rammstein's put on. And I've seen some pretty big bands live, so they sounded great. They did, I'll put the set list below. They did quite a few songs, and then they did 2 encores. I will give some negative thoughts, though. First off, they had, I'll post the names right here, but they had 2 gals that played piano to open, and they played piano covers of Rammstein songs, and they were great. They sounded good, but it just wasn't the atmosphere for the show. It wasn't hyping anybody up. It wasn't getting people excited. It was kind of boring, to be honest with you, after a few songs. In a different setting, I think it would have been a different story maybe. In this big stadium with all these people getting ready, amped up for a Rammstein show, it was a miss, I think, as far as the opening act. They sounded good, they were cool, but it was just pianos. There's no drums or anything else. There's no vocals. It was just piano music. It was beautiful piano music, but it's just like not what you want at a rock concert, in my opinion. And then when Rammstein took the stage and played, another critique that I have is they started off with 2 of their new songs, and they were fine, but they just didn't get the crowd going. I was a little worried at first. I was up in the second deck looking down upon this, and nope, like there was like very little movement on the floor. So I was like, oh man, this isn't going to be as good as I thought it would be. You'd think they'd come out with, one of their big hits just to fire everybody up and set the tone. But they came out with two of their newer songs off their newer album, and I'm sure a lot of the audience, either wasn't hadn't even heard the songs or weren't that familiar with them yet, and so people weren't too excited about it. It seemed, but then they got into some of their older catalog and really nailed it after that. So I would suggest if it was me setting it up, you play those songs, but you mix them in towards the middle, you sandwich them in between a couple of classics, whatever. Um, and I went with my wife and then we had some friends that coincidentally got seats like right behind us. And my wife was like, "Well, do they speak English? Are they gonna, speak to the audience?" And I said, "Yeah, they can speak English, but they didn't say a word, and they let the music speak for them." I think at the very very tail end after the second encore, Till did say, "Thank you, Minneapolis, you've been awesome." So it was really cool to see them in the Minnesota Vikings stadium, and their first time playing an NFL stadium. It wasn't a sold out show, which was kind of surprising, although it was like twice rescheduled, and I feel like that probably had something to do with it because we bought the tickets almost 3 years ago. They rescheduled it, then they rescheduled it again. So yeah, it was like 2.5 years ago that we bought the tickets for this concert, and I'm sure that had a little bit to do with, the smaller crowd. It was still a decent crowd though, and people were pretty amped up. It was a great show. I will show a couple pictures in a very short video clip. I did take video of one song, but I don't want to play that, and I want to respect the band's. The band had a wish. Said they didn't want you to film, which is fine. But I filmed a little bit, so I will show a little short clip of one of the song that I happened to videotape, and I'll share some pictures, some mine and some that I pulled off the internet from the same show. But it was pretty awesome, and I highly recommend if you haven't seen a Rammstein show, you need to go see them because I don't know if they're going to do another big stadium tour. They're only doing 12 dates in North America, or 8 dates 13 dates in North America, one of them in Canada. So I think they're only doing 12 U.S. cities. So if you get a chance, go see them. They were pretty incredible. The show, the fire, flamethrowers, all kinds of crazy stuff. At the very end, they got onto this elevator and it went way up. Like it was like 120 feet in the air, um, and then it was really cool. At the very end, they were behind like their logo. They were behind the Rammstein logo, all standing there. It was really cool. One more complaint. So when you go to a big stadium concert, you expect there to be jumbotron or whatever, a big screen. Um, they didn't really have that. They had two screens on the side of the stage, but you couldn't see them. We couldn't see them from where we were. If you're on the side, you probably could. We were right towards looking at the middle, and so yeah, that kind of sucked. They did have a screen in the middle, but they didn't show the band until I don't know, like 4 or 5 songs in. Then they finally showed the band, and before they were showing graphics, their logo and other things. But you didn't really get to see the band until I don't know, 4 or 5 songs in, whatever it was. After that, it was pretty cool. Um, yeah, it was just a great show. It was a fun time and sounded great. The spectacle that they put on is amazing. So that's what I want to say. Really appreciate you guys watching. Go check out Rammstein live if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you very soon with some reaction review videos. All right, thanks, guys. Rock on.